Here we're given a complex number, 6 minus 3i, and we're going to use the notation that that complex number is z, and it's asking us to take z times z with this bar over it. Remember that the bar means conjugate. So I'm going to translate this just into words. This right here is a complex number, so we're going to take the complex number and we're going to multiply it by the complex conjugate. Complex conjugate. And hopefully you are already picturing in your head that the result is going to equal a real number. And I can take it one step further and say it's going to be a positive real number. So let's try this. We have z times z conjugate. Well, z is this complex number right here, 6 minus 3i, and z conjugate is going to be 6 plus 3i. Now, having multiplied 5 of these already, hopefully you're at the point where you know that you're going to be adding two positive numbers. 6 times 6 is 36, and 3 times 3 is 9. 36 plus 9 is 45, and that is the product of 6 minus 3i and its conjugate. Now let's give you one to try that has just variables. So we have a complex number w, which is a plus bi, and we want to multiply it by its conjugate. Go ahead and give it a try, see what you get, and when you're ready to check your answer, press play. Now hopefully you got the answer of a squared plus b squared, a squared plus b squared. If you did not get the answer a squared plus b squared, you can take a look at the work I've shown. I've FOILed out or multiplied out the product of a plus bi times a minus bi, and I showed that your outer and your inner, these values right here are going to cancel out. So they cancel out, leaving you a squared minus b squared I squared. And then remember that this I squared is -1, so it changes the sign of the negative right here to a positive, and we end up with a squared plus b squared. However, you might have just gone straight to a squared plus b squared, knowing that you were always going to add, whenever you take a complex number times its conjugate, you're always adding the square of two numbers. And the square of the first number is your a, and the square of your second number, b, results in a squared plus b squared.